there and he's drinking a Capri Sun and eating goldfish, and I'm up at 10 o'clock, at night typing things, and he wants to play with.
Welcome back, family. We are back on the process. Right now, we're missing John. He's on his way. He's a little late, but I got somebody here. She's an amazing person. She's doing a lot of things. Originally from St. Louis. Look, she's representing. But she's here in Dallas, Texas. Currently in the Arlington area, but she's all around. Not just Texas. She's going to Houston. She's going to go to San Antonio. She just left St. Louis. She just did an amazing event.
Yeah, Mimosas and Master Plans.
Well, tell them what it is again.
So, Mimosas and Master Plans is what I call the unpolitically correct professional development panel. We pop champagne. We get all these different creatives and entrepreneurs and people that are striving to be entrepreneurs in the same setting, and we talk about different ways to level up, negotiate your wages, how to become a better and more efficient person in the entrepreneurial world or in the corporate world. So, it's a good vibe.
Listen, it's dope.
It's dope.
It's dope, family. So check this out. But she's here today because I want to know, the world needs to know, and other women need to know. How is it being, first off, she's a single mother.
Ooh, child.
Single mother, stand up. Because this is one of your own. Brooke is one of your own.
I am y'all. Y'all is definitely me.
So, what we want to talk about today is single mothers building empires as being entrepreneurs. So understand this is very organic, so I want you to just be as organic as you can. Mm-hmm. So I want you to tell your stories. If you have a story, tell it. Mm-hmm. We need to empower people.
Okay.
So I want you to be, because I can't do it. I can't talk about being a single mother and building an empire and being an entrepreneur from the ground, from the ground up. So, but you started a business, and you have vision on where you want to take it. On top of from your mimosas setting to other things that you want to do. Mm-hmm. But I want to backtrack because the beginning is the most important.
Right.
So, what made you even want to be an entrepreneur?
Honestly, because I was broke. If I'm gonna be completely honest, I was about 2 months. My son was about 2 months old. I had just got out of a domestic violence relationship with his child's father and everything like that, which caused me to ultimately start living on my own, having an apartment on my own. So trying to do different things, scrape up money for meal, for bus fare, because at the time I didn't have a car, just to make sure that I had just enough to take care of the rent and all these different utilities and things like that. And I'm like, I need a different hustle. I've always been kind of home remedy, natural remedy person. So I used to always make this scrub for my face. And one of my friends came over one day and was like, this stuff is amazing. You should sell it. And I'm thinking, if I sell about 5-6 of these jars a day, this could just be my diaper. And because we St. Louis, we'll find a way to hustle. I'm like, this can be money for that. So I started doing that. I was at Family Dollar just walking up to random people like, hey, you need a jar of this. It's going to be $3. None of the jars matched.
And
it's sold. Somebody ended up writing me on Facebook or something like, hey, this girl left her number. This stuff was amazing. Ended up actually getting official labels and really started selling it in St. Louis. The domestic violence situation, even though me and my child's father had broken up, it still was kind of rocky to try to co-parent. So I ended up just trying to relocate, take my child to another area, which was Texas. And
so that's how you got
here. That's how I got here. So at the time, I left St. Louis with my 2001 Camry that I still have, a track phone, and about $27 to my name.
Time out. So, not to stop you, but tell them what that kind of phone is. What kind of phone is that?
A track phone. That's the phone you get. That's the phone you get from the Arab or something. That 1987 phone. The only game that you playing on there is Snake.
Okay.
And whatever you better say, it better be under 5 minutes because you probably only got 60 minutes on it.
Right.
So, and it's 2015 at this time.
Wow.
So
Wow. Now,
outdated.
Okay, so you got a taste of entrepreneurship.
Yes.
And it just snowballed because you like, I like this.
Yes.
So then you go into what's your second gear?
So my second gear, I came out here, got a mind of clarity, got back into school, and I just started thinking I wanted to share my story about domestic violence with people. And then I thought there are so many people that may not be able to relate to that, but they have their own different struggles or different adversities that they've maybe encountered. So what if I created a sisterhood of women that just did different work in the community? I'll still travel to St. Louis, but they're geared towards mothers that have been through situations or mental abuse or, depression or any of these, and that's how we all connect, by sharing our story but also empowering young women. So I created a nonprofit organization called Bridge Builders. And so from there we did gene drives for battered women shelters in St. Louis. We did back to school giveaways and things of that nature in St. Louis. But of course it was nonprofit. I was still learning the business and entrepreneur side of things. So your girl was coming out broke because I was coming out of pocket, but my heart for the community, really thrived. But I had to kind of end it because I'm like, I have to make more money to give more money. And that's when the Be Glow idea kind of started. So I started the Be Glow, which was my event planning company, and the goal there was to generate revenue with a profit company and eventually bring the Bridge Builders back on as a nonprofit of my profit company, so I can generate revenue to take care of course, me and my child and make that sustainable, but still be able to give back to my community and show my heart to the world. So
Now, you told the journey of entrepreneurship and the success of what you have done. Now, I want you to explain being a mother through all of this.
It's hard as hell. Okay.
Okay.
You gotta think about it. My son at the time, he's 2, 3, or right now he's even 4. Even I told you he might have just had to come to the interview. Y'all would have saw a little 4-year-old just sitting right here, saying whatever, doing whatever. But it's a journey because it's a lot of time management. It's a lot of second guessing yourself. It's a lot of trying to block out the external, because a lot of people, especially when you're doing an entrepreneur journey, they're like, well, how is this going to generate revenue right now? How is this going to take care of your kid right now? And the way my mind thinks is I'm thinking of the long game, the end game with my son. I want him to see that, you can do whatever you want to do, and he can go to his show and tells in 2nd grade and be like, my mama got her own business. This is career day. She's her own boss, But there are those days where I'm sitting here and he's drinking a Capri Sun and eating goldfish, and I'm up at 10 o'clock, at night typing things, and he wants to play with his toys while I'm trying to sit here and, block out different noises and things like that. But you kind of just got to get it done. I got to make sure, I'm picking him up from daycare, making sure he's been fed, making sure he's gotten all his stuff ready for his school, but in the same time working my 9 to 5, and in the same time answering emails and inquiries from clients about any prospective, planning or anything of that nature. And then there are certain things where I would love to network or, go to more networking events, but then I have to try to find a babysitter. And then you got to know, well, if I did a babysitter this week, I got to wait 2 to 3 business weeks to ask again. So, let me figure out what times work the best. But ultimately, it's something that I wouldn't trade for the world. It's just one of those things. When I do look at him, it just really fuels me. When you have someone that is dependent on you for everything, it's going to fuel you. It's going to be that fuel to keep you going, to let you know that what you're doing is the right thing. But it does take tolls. It's sometimes I'm stressed. It's sometimes I'll be sleep all day or try to sleep all day, And just when I think my son's about to come in there and jump on me, he'll pull a blanket on me or something. You know what I mean? Just those things. Or it's just one day, I remember he just came to me, and he probably saw this on television or something. I don't know. But he was like, "Mommy, I'm so proud of you," and hugged me. And I'm like, you know what?
Push you a little bit more.
You ain't too bad. Then about 10 minutes later, you hear something breaking. You like, you know what? I knew it was too good to be true. But it's a learning process, and it's really an amazing journey. But it definitely is hard. It's definitely different. It's definitely difficult trying to beat that single mother stereotype and stigma. So
now, if you could give 5 jewels to single mothers who are raising their young kings and queens, you raising a king.
Yes.
And I know because I come from a single mother household where my mother raised me, and it was hard for her, and I didn't make it easy because I was, urban kid in the neighborhood, got involved in things I shouldn't have, but I never brought that stress home to my mom. Like whatever in my mind at that time growing up.
But your mama still knows.
She did know.
But she
right.
You know.
She knows. She knew. See, I was Dennis the Menace.
Oh Lord.
On crack. I probably was Dennis the Menace. Like I was that dude. But in my back of my mind, even though I did some things I shouldn't have done, I always was like, my mama can't find out. She can't. Even to this day, certain things that I do and I go through, I can't tell my mama.
Yeah.
Not until it's over.
Yeah.
Because I know the heart of a mother. Like that's why when it comes to single mothers, I have a passion for them because I saw my mama go through that. Now my father was around. He was never like totally gone. He played a part, but she played the biggest part, the majority of the part. I would never discredit my pops because he taught me a lot as I grew, but my mama, Jesus Lord, thank God for my mama, because my mama is that deal.
Yeah. And
yeah, she's extremely appreciated by me. I appreciate my mama to the utmost. But I would like you to give, because right now, because you're still in your 20s, and you are raising a son, not a daughter, but a son.
Yes.
Which is a little bit more difficult,
It is.
Yeah. And then I'm thinking back to my
right. You can attest to it.
Yeah, I can attest to it. Woo, Jesus, I can attest to it. But okay, so I want you to drop some jewels because not only you young and you're not waiting till your son is like in middle school or whatever to do that. You started now. You said I'm taking action now. So by the time you get there, we already there. So I would like you to, if you could think of them, take a couple seconds and drop some jewels for other single mothers who are thinking about, starting a business, because I know because we are both entrepreneurs in our sense, because you can't just stop working in the beginning. You got to keep working through that. But I want you to drop some jewels on how they can prepare themselves and kind of stay motivated through it all because us being entrepreneurs and we deal with a circle of entrepreneurs, we know it get tough. Yeah. It's tough. It get tough for me, and I ain't even got no kids. It get tough, and I live by myself. Yeah. So and it get tough, and it get hard.
A kid running around too.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I need to drop those jewels.
Definitely. The first one I would say, especially in regard to not giving up, you definitely have to set your positive affirmations.
Got it.
Positive affirmations are very important. I believe that you can manifest your destiny. So every morning when you wake up, personally for me, I wake up, I'm beautiful, I am confident, I can do all things. That way, that's already set for my day. That way, my son sees that on me, you know what I mean? And then that way, I can go out and tackle whatever and block out any of the naysayers. The second thing is just to organize and know that you don't have to do everything or jump into everything with your business at one time. Even if you have an idea, don't let it sit in your head. Write it down in your phone notes, write it down in a journal. Set a goal for yourself. Well, after I, decide what kind of idea that I'm going to do, the next day, I'm just going to, you be on Facebook and social media anyway. You know what I mean? See what kind of target audience is out there. How many people would like what you like. Make a post. Let's say you want to do eyelashes or something like that. How many of my friends on here like to get their eyelashes done? From there, stalk them. Go on their social medias, find what they like, what they don't like, and see if it caters towards what you're doing. The next day, start designing what you think your business would look like, and so forth and so on. And even if it's just 1 hour one day, 2 hours another day, you finally got a babysitter, use it as your full-blown work day. You know what I mean? Ice out everything. Instead of going to get them couple of drinks and go hang with your girl, use that as I'm a drill into my business day. So I think that's very important, just writing down a little bit at the time, and then just knowing your timeline doesn't have to be the same as someone else's timeline, especially comparing yourself to someone, without a child or anything of that nature. I would say the third thing is just don't beat yourself up. Nobody's perfect. I failed tremendously in a lot of things, you know what I mean? But just knowing that you're capable of all things and that there is power within yourself, and that whenever you do complete your vision and start your business, then it's divine timing. It's God's timing. So it could take a couple of months. It could take a year. Who knows? But it's always going to be God's divine timing, and that's important. Also, there are a lot of events or a lot of meetups and things with people that have businesses that have kids and things of that nature. Find somebody else that's in the entrepreneur, realm that has a child. And instead of making everything about play dates and everything, or making everything about business, you could set play dates and things. And in turn, you're still networking. You find some people that are successful in their own realms that just so happen to have kids. You do things around the kids. Let them go play in the jungle gym, and you can still talk a little business. You know what I mean? So take advantage of those opportunities and everything too. So those are just a few of the gyms.
You actually went over 5.
Oh, did I?
You did.
Oh, shit.
You went over 5. Now, family, what you don't know is, and we're gonna drop it, and I'm gonna let her drop it for us. But she's known as the networking bee. So she's big on networking, and it's something that I'm big on too. But I'm not as big as she is. Like she's a go-getter when it comes to it. Now I can mingle and talk and start networking like that. But by the time I talk to 3, she can talk to 6. So I'm trying to get that in me because I know how to do it. But sometimes I think I stay in conversations too long. But it depends on how the conversation is going.
True.
So because business conversations can go. And then you never know who knows who, and and it, you just want to make sure you on point. So, single mother, definitely, entrepreneur,
yes,
giant in the game. Because I speak things over people all the time. I speak that that into the atmosphere and into the universe. That I believe that because you're a single mother, because you have a mindset to not quit, because you have jailbreaked your mind to say, I can do this, and I'm thinking out. Jailbreaking your mind is thinking outside the box, because so many people think inside the box. Because what you see in the physical realm is not where you're going, or not what's our reality as entrepreneurs. And people don't understand that as entrepreneurs. Like we have to be an entrepreneur. You have to have vision.
Yes.
If you don't see yourself in that capacity before you get there, you're not gonna get there. And a lot of people focus just on their reality of what's going on, which if you live in your day-to-day operations of your life just within just this reality, that's all it's going to be. I look at that as being, it's conformity. You're conforming to what you see every day, because what you see every day is telling you can't do it. Yeah. So that's bad energy. So anything else you want to drop on us? As a single mother, entrepreneur, building an empire?
Stay strong. That's all I'm gonna say.
Stay strong.
Yeah, that's all I'm gonna say. Contrary to what people believe, I would never trade being a parent in the world. I know a lot of people are like, I know if you could do it over, you wish you didn't have a child. No, that has been the fuel to just spark up everything that was probably already with me. But really, my son gave me a jump start. So just to everybody that's a single parent or just entrepreneurs in general, because your business is kind of like a baby too. Just stay focused, stay motivated, speak power over your life, like you said. Have that vision and allow yourself to know that you can go outside of that box and everything will be cool. And network. I definitely believe in networking. When I network with people, I initially just try to get people to know who I am. So I might not even talk to you about all the exciting plans that I might even have in place. I'm going to just let you know my personality. And I'm a genuine person. I'm a goofy person. I like to laugh. So in turn, people are going to want to know, who I am. Because by that time, I can follow up and talk about things too. But I feel like before you can do business with a lot of people, you got to know if you're going to like them or not.
That's true.
So
That's true. Listen, family, this is the process. And she's living within her process. Understand you living within yours. Now, I told you, we tell stories on this podcast. We do everything. We tell funny stories of our past. We tell journeys of what's going on in the world. We also tell stories of people who are doing good things. You might remember me from my show, the Mr.ThinkSmart show, which is still coming. Give me a couple months. We got some more. I might bring on for another interview. But I had to get on here because there's a lot of single women that are thinking about starting a business. They want to start a business. They have their child, and they think in their mind that it's a blocker, and they can't get over that hump. But she living witness. Yeah. You can get over that hump. You just have to be. Wise man told me you have to be passionate, be persistent, and be patient. Yeah. And if you do that, you too can be an entrepreneur. This feel like my chance. So, as always, I salute the divinity in you. We're missing John right now, but he's on his way. So maybe he'll catch the next episode on the process. If you know, nobody's a no one. I'm gleaming. I'm the